Okay, a real quick lesson on reduction and oxidation before we kind of get started. So, reduction occurs at the cathode, oxidation occurs at the anode. How do you remember this? Well, reducing cats in a colony, reducing cats, reduction cathodes, or red cats and an ox. Reducing cathodes, anodes, oxidation. It's one way to remember it, okay? You can thank AI for that. Oxidizing agent. What is being reduced is what the oxidizing agent is. It's not really like logical why that would be the case. Until you get down here. But oxidizing agent is what is being reduced. The reducing agent is the opposite. So if you can find what is being reduced, then your reducing agents are going to be the exact opposite because it's what's being oxidized. Okay? And we have this term here, oil rig. Oil, oxidation is loss of electrons, okay? Rig, reduction is gain of electrons. Now, when you lose electrons, you're losing electronegativity. So when you're losing electronegativity, you are in fact becoming more positive. So oxidation is becoming more positive through the loss of electrons. Reduction is a little more logical. Reduction is becoming more negative through the gain of electrons. Okay, there's your little lesson on oxidation and reduction. And I really didn't understand this until just the other day, so. All right. Moving forward with paper of stuff, right? Okay. Let's do this one at a time. 2 aluminum plus 3 copper chloride. I was never good at naming. Plus 3 H2O. Is this a magnet or a sticker? Ugh, it's a sticker, damn it. I don't like how long this one is. I need to write it smaller. Damn it. Aluminum plus 3 copper chloride, I think, plus 3 H2O, that's water. That one we know. 2 aluminum, OH. 3 copper, 6 HCl. Hopefully you can tell that that's an L. HCl. Ugh. Oh well. All right, so we know elements alone on their own are 0, so let's get rid of those. Let's deal with those. 0. 0. Okay. normally -2. Okay? That H is +1. Okay? Do you understand why? Hopefully, because I'm not in front of you. All right. First of all, let's make sure that we're still running. Yeah, we are. Okay. Can you see it? Can you read it? I think you can read it. I'm fairly certain you can read it. All right. Now, our chart, periodic table, we know Cl is generally -1, and that's 2 times -1 because of that 2 right there. So that means that that copper, that copper in this case, not always because it's a transition metal, but in this case, it is a +2. Because you've got +2 minus 2 equals 0. Okay? And let's move on over here. Let's do HCl. So we know Cl, as we said, often over here is -1. So -1. And H in this case is going to be +1. Okay. So chlorine, or excuse me, chlorine is -1. Hydrogen is +1. It's getting late. I'm sorry. I'm too old for this. Okay, we know OH in general as a polyatomic ion is -1. Okay, so we can say that this is -1. Let's do this in a different color, because why not? We have all the colors of the rainbow down here. I guess purple. OH is -1. You're going to multiply that -1 by 3. It's going to equal 0. So in this case, your aluminum, your aluminum, sorry, again, it's getting late, is going to be +3. Okay? All right, let's look for things that are being reduced. Your copper is not being reduced because it is increasing from 0 to 3. Or not your copper, excuse me, your aluminum. Geez, your aluminum is being increased from 0 to 3. So it's not aluminum. Copper here started out as +2, and it's going to 0. So you know you're going from 2, a more positive number, to 0, a more negative number. So therefore it is being reduced. So let's do this in black. What did we say earlier about what is an oxidizing agent? It's what is being reduced. So So if that's being reduced, if copper is being reduced, then your whole term on this side is your oxidizing agent. Ugh. Okay, that's your oxidizing agent. Yes. It's this entire term here. Okay, it's the entire term. Let's move on. Take a picture, write it down. Do what you gotta do. Hopefully the next one is not as lengthy. I don't think it is. It is. Okay. Right now it's not going to be as lengthy. 2K ClO3 plus 3S plus 3C. KCl. I'm really struggling with my chlorine. Plus 3SO2 plus 3CO2. All right. You know that this is 0. You know that this is 0. Okay. Let's do our simpler things with oxygen in them. Okay. So let's do 3CO2 first. We know our oxygen is going to be -2 times 2. And all of it's going to equal 0. Okay. Plus something, x. What is that x? X minus 4 equals 0. So your carbon is going to be +4 this time, correct? Yep, correct. Okay. Same kind of dealio right here. It's going to be 2 times -2. Something added to that. Again, a +4. Okay. KCl. Chlorine. am I getting that? You know, people are like, where, and up until a week and a half ago, I didn't know where I was getting that. So, you're getting it from the column in which they're located for the most part. There are rules. Go look up the rules. There are random rules. But like, for instance, chlorine, -1. Potassium, okay, potassium, +1. So this has a 0 charge, -1 charge here, -2 charge, -3 charge, generally speaking. +1 charge, oh, +1 charge, +2 charge, +3 charge, generally. Carbon can be plus or minus and kind of like up in the air. Anyway, so you can see that your chlorine I got from a -1 column, because this one's 0, okay? Your noble gases are 0. This is -1, -2, -3. And then over here, +1, +2. Skip your transition metals, +3. And carbon's iffy. Okay, so moving along. Wiley, you need to go sit down. Sit your boutoir down. All right, what color have we not used yet? Green, orange, green, red, blue. I guess we've used all of them. What the heck? What? Oh, purple. Purple. How many freaking colors do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess black is 6. We'll do this in black. Okay. O is normally -2. Multiply it by 3. Okay. K, as we said here, potassium. K is normally a +1 charge. Okay, so what's that? Cl? Well, 1 plus x minus 6 equals 0. X minus 5 equals 0. X equals 5. All right, so you can tell that chlorine here in this case is pretty positive. So I would be willing to say that this is the one that's going to be reduced. And sure enough, if you look over here, whoop, up to chlorine, it's going from a +5 to a -1. It's being reduced. Therefore, the oxidizing agent is CHE107. It's this whole thing, okay? There we go. Now, take a picture, write it down, do what you gotta do. brain is just dead. I think I'm brain dead. Okay. Oh, I can do this. Really, I can. All right. 3 mg plus N2 plus 6H2O. Am I writing this right? No, I'm not. Oh, where did I fuck up? Oh, here. 6HCl, because the one below it is H2O. HCl. Plus 2NH3. Alright. We can do this. Really, we can. Gotta keep telling myself that. Alright. Know that this is 0. Know that this is 0. HCl. Cl is normally -1. H. Normally +1. That is true. Alright. We're halfway through. We can do this. Did I write this wrong? Yes, I did. Not very wrong. Just add a 2 right here. I knew that wasn't right. I'm getting tired and my eyeballs are not working. All right. That. Let's move this further down. Will equal 0. We know it's 2 times what's normally -1, which means magnesium needs to be +2. Different color. We can do this! Yes, we can! We know it'll equal 0. No, it's 3 times a +1. Okay. Which means that N needs to be a -3. Okay. Now I see that -3 and I know in my brain, oh my gosh, that -3 is mighty negative. So that -3 associates itself with N. I'm gonna come over here and look at this N and oh, poof, it's 0. So we're going from 0 to a negative number. We are going negative. We are reducing. So if we are reducing, whoop, what's that mean? That means those are oxidizing agent. Am I correct? Yes, I am. Oxidizing agent is this whole thing into. Okay? Two more. Two more. We can do this. Yes, we can. All right. Push pause. Take picture. Do your thing. All right. Two more. It's just two more. Oh God. All right. 2 Fe plus 3 Cl2 plus 6 H2O. Whew. 2 FeCl3. And 6 H2O. All right. You see how there are no hydrogens or oxygens in anything except for H2O? There's no hydrogens or oxygens over here except for H2O. No hydrogens or oxygens over here except for H2O. And you have 6 H2O over here and 6 H2O over here. So disregard them. Yes. Just go and be like, nope, not today, monsieur. Okay? So that simplifies things. God, we have to have fun, right? That's what I keep telling myself. Okay, both of these, we know, start out at 0. Start out at 0. Boom. This one's gonna be speedy. We know that Cl, chlorine, is often -1. That means iron is X. Okay? X minus 3 equals 0. X equals +3. Am I right? I am right. Okay. So, tell me, class, if you're going from 0 to a +3, are you reducing? Like, think of like reducing as climbing down the stairs, okay? If you're on the landing on 0 and you're climbing down the stairs, you're gonna get more negative numbers, right? So if you're going to +3, you're climbing up the stairs. You're not reducing. That's not the reducing agent, or that's not the That is not what is reducing or being reduced. What is being reduced is going to be your chlorine, right? Because you're going from a 0, we should do this in black like we've been doing. Going from a 0 to this -1. Oh, in this case, you are in fact climbing down the stairs, right? Or climbing down the rungs of the ladder, however you want to look at it. You're going more negative. All right, so reduced, which means our oxidizing agent is the opposite. Why is this deciding not to work? Oxidizing agent is Cl2. Boy, I could have swore I just said the oxidizing agent is the opposite. And now I don't know. I'm so tired. It's not the opposite. The oxidizing agent is what is being reduced. Okay. Yes, so it is Cl2. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. All right. Oh. One more. Hang in there with me. It's just one more. Do I still have battery? I don't know, but we're up to over half an hour. Try and hurry this up. 4 aluminum plus 3 O2 plus 6 HCl. Two aluminum, 2 oxygen, 3 plus 6 HCl. Okay, just like the last one, do you see any hydrogen or chlorine anywhere else in the reactants? No. Do you see hydrogen or chloride or chlorine? Hydrogen or chlorine anywhere else in the products? No. And they're the same coefficient, 6 HCl, 6 HCl. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna disregard it. What you're gonna do. Oh. Okay, it's the last one. I can do this. I can do this. Really, I can. Okay. Moving along. We know that aluminum alone is 0, big fat 0. We know that oxygen alone is a big fat 0. We know that oxygen normally within something is -2. We're going to multiply that by this 3 here though. And whatever it is going to equal 0. This, don't miss that 2. That 2 will screw you over. Okay? So this is going to be two times some value plus this equals 0. So
simplify, 2x minus 6 equals 0. 2x equals 6. X equals positive 3. Aluminum. Okay? Aluminum is going from 0 to positive 3. What did we say last time? That would be the wrong direction. You're climbing the ladder. You're climbing the stairs. Okay? You want to go in the opposite direction. You want to go from 0 to this negative 2. And what do we know about what is being reduced? It is your oxidizing agent. And once again, it is the whole thing. O2. Okay? It does not include the coefficient. Does not include the coefficient. All right. There we go. Now, here with this, if I say, find me your reducing agent, not your oxidizing agent, your reducing agent, you're going to say, well, what's reduced is the oxidizing agent, so the opposite should be true, right? So then, if this is being reduced, what is being oxidized? What is being oxidized? Let's do this in a different color so nobody gets screwed up. All right. What is being oxidized would be this aluminum. Right? So therefore, your reducing agent is aluminum. So that's how you can turn it on its tails. Pay attention to what she's asking for.